Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome. I have a very special guest today with unique gifts and talents, Julie Anne Hart, who is a channeler, healer, coach, and a consultant, and she's going to talk a lot about what she's doing herself. Welcome, Julie, and thank you for accepting the invitation.
Oh, thank you. And thank you for the invite. It's lovely to be here and have this opportunity to share. Thank you, Gabrielle.
So if you are fan of Esther Hicks or Bashar or any spiritual healers, then you're here for a real treat. And I just wanted to give you a short story how actually we met. We met through a coincidence, but there are no coincidences. And I met Julie when I felt really stuck, and I felt that no amount of hard work worked for me any longer. My old ways didn't work, and it felt a bit like pushing and forcing. We just met for a couple of sessions, and Julie Anne gave me so much clarity and so much wisdom, and even an affirmation that I keep repeating before every session that I have. She helped me to create quantum leap in my results. And very quickly after talking to her, I started to attract clients, lots of business. I had lots of ideas how I can collaborate with others and bring my business to a new level. So thank you, Julie Anne, for this. And
you're very welcome. It's a pleasure.
And that's why I decided to share this journey with you and to share about Julie so that the world knows what she does and how she helps people. So Julie, tell us about your story and what brought you to this line of work.
Okay, so my story was I had a spiritual awakening 24 years ago during a healing session, and that was a profound awakening. It just woke up all my senses, the ability to see beyond my current reality, to hear, to sense. And that sent me on a real deep spiritual journey, because obviously I was open to other realities. The ability to communicate with the non-physical came through really fast. And as I developed that, worked with it, teachers from around the world came to me really, and that gave access to even more understanding, more ancient knowledge, more wisdom, that it became impossible to not make changes in my life. So I had to look at work and career, and make a decision if I was going to follow the destiny that was in me, or not. And that takes a lot of doing, right? Because you're going into the unknown. You know that there's more to you. You know you might be safe and comfortable where you are, but it's not where you're meant to be. So I decided I'd take that journey, and that's led me to where I am today, bringing spirituality, the next level, consciousness, prophecy for change in business to another level. Yeah.
And tell me, so were you in a regular stream of work? Were you going to a regular job before you had that awakening? What do you think caused that awakening in you?
Okay, yes, I was in a regular job. I thought everything was fine. I was what I thought was building success, building leadership, rising through a hierarchy of status, but it all got scraped away. I think that opening at that pivotal point in my life was destiny. It was the cosmos saying there's change here. And it's interesting because every time I followed a kind of mainstream material path or had a sense of self that was dictated on an external status or label, there's been a higher power said no. You need to get into your authenticity and find out who you are. So at that point in my life, I thought it was an emotional breakdown for me, a build-up of a lot of difficult life experiences, difficult marriage, things not working out, workplace stress and conflict. It's just a bit of an emotional breakdown. No, it was a spiritual breakthrough to other realms of reality. It was You know, my life path changed completely. We changed flight paths into something totally new. And I think following it has been absolutely beautiful. It's had its ups and downs as life does, but it's what brings me fulfillment in the moment, in every moment.
That's so inspiring. And it takes a lot of courage to follow that path, right? To
Absolutely. It
actually
takes
leave.
all of you. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
To
for me,
leave.
I think it takes that spiritual connection. When you have that connection, it increases your emotional intelligence to know that it's right for you beyond all doubt. And even though we have fear and we get nervous, we can still make that decision because our inner being on a soul level is saying, yeah, this is you, this is what's right for you. I think really listening to that, it's vital, it's the key.
Yeah. And you are also leading the path for others to follow it, right? To follow their calling.
Absolutely,
Yeah.
yes, follow the calling, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
Showing them that it's actually possible and they should continue trusting that calling, right?
yes, yes, yeah.
Brilliant.
And I think if I'd have stayed, I could have made the decision to stay in mainstream work, in the security of a regular salary. But I actually just think emotionally, that wasn't right for me. So there would have been a sadness, a grief
Yeah.
and loss for not following the destiny, the calling.
Yeah, yeah. And some people I reckon numb this feeling in them and they continue the old journey, right?
Yeah,
Uh,
absolutely. Yeah.
but
But that spiritual destiny ignites the feeling, even if we're disassociated or in denial with our emotions and senses, there is a power greater than ourselves, just igniting beyond the five senses, the intuition, and it will get stronger and stronger if that is the destined path that I feel we've already agreed to in a lot of circumstances. You
brilliant,
know?
so inspiring. So tell me, how could you help people and how does it look like?
Okay, thank you. So I've been in business now, full-time business since 2007, and over the years it has changed, particularly over the last 5, as the channel has opened up more and more to other realms of reality. I am able to channel in to a Pacific uh, business and look at the service that they offer, look at going deeper in to the wisdom of that, particularly in the healing, coaching field and therapeutic field. We can look at bringing more wisdom of the soul through and then create products, programs. We just create and let that go out to assist on a deeper level. So that's iChannel. That's the biggest part of my work.
Wow,
That's
that's amazing. And you mentioned previously when we were talking that you help 6, 7, and even 8-figure earners to create that quantum leap in their results, right? Yep.
Yeah, absolutely. And so what we get into first of all is the depth of meaning. We get into the depth of purpose and what is that is all about, and bringing that additional wisdom through. Because when we let go of the figures and we find our fulfillment, through our inner being of what being in business means, when we seek the emotion of it and the beauty of it, I believe there's a divine positioning that naturally comes through. My business accelerated when I let go of everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I started to feel the importance of it, the beauty of it, what I was here to do, let go of the finances, let go of the figures. I had to hand it all over. I had to let go of the control, my will, my way, get
Yeah.
out of my head and say, I'm here. I give myself in body, mind, and spirit to being of service to something greater and to receive the clarity, to receive the inspiration and innovation of what that is. And it was in those moments that magic starts to happen. It's like what you said earlier, you know, we had conversations, you let go, and all of a sudden your business is catapulted into higher levels of success.
Yeah.
Because we've worked through the emotion, we've worked through the alignment, you've got into the feeling of it. And again, it takes strength to do that. You know, our fear makes us want the outcome. It kind of, you get that feeling of where is it right now? But letting go on a spiritual level is going into higher levels of spiritual relating. It's an intimacy, it's a connection where we have to make our commitment to that, consistent commitment to it, unwavering beliefs, you know?
Yeah. So I'd say you are helping leaders who are creating new paradigm in the world, because you probably agree that the paradigm shift is happening in front of our eyes, that the
Yeah,
old ways of doing business are
yeah,
no longer working for people. So no more manipulation, or making you wrong because you didn't purchase, or using tricky techniques and tactics to for you to buy stuff, right?
yeah,
Or working harder, pushing, forcing, coming from
yeah,
the head, right?
yeah.
And the masculine way is no longer working. And what I've noticed, I had the privilege of working with highly successful mentors and coaches. I've noticed that they were all using higher faculties. They were all using healers and connecting to the spirit, or the source, God, and co-creating with them and surrendering, letting go instead of pushing, forcing,
Yeah.
which is incredible to see. So these are the people that you can help, right? With your
Absolutely.
unique gifts.
Yeah, absolutely. And I do feel that leadership is taking a whole new front and face into a more humanistic dynamic. And, you know, the channelings that I've received is we place the emphasis on ourselves, that we do more healing work, you know, that we get into a conscious understanding of the wisdom that was within us on how we lead, and the collective consciousness, i.e., the external governance of the people and the consciousness that we're all coming into, will have an effect on our leadership in business. And so, you know, getting into that higher level of emotional intelligence, mindful intelligence, spiritual, physical, financial intelligence is what I feel we all have to take responsibility for.
Brilliant.
Yeah,
And then what I've noticed, what happens is that people co-create together, collaborate more,
yeah,
yeah, connect more on a higher level with each other. And
absolutely.
so the meaning is not the aim is not to make money, but to leave legacy, to create a bigger
Mhm.
impact, to create that synergy effect, which is much bigger when we collaborate and co-create together with others, right?
Absolutely. And these are consistent messages that I receive. What you're bringing through here is that our success is no longer singular. It is not, you know, about the survival of the fittest singularly, or being competitive. It is about making deeper, honest, open, authentic relationships. It's not about the intention being all about, you know, what can you get? It's all about the self. It is relating in a way that brings us into unity, where we can give, where we can receive, where we can share, and actually everybody then is able to go into their divine positioning and be abundant. So this is where we have to become more healthy and be able to let go of what doesn't serve us, to be able to see what does serve us, to let go of any codependent relationships or dysfunctional relationships with love, look at our part in it, spend time on our own, come closer in a spiritual level. This is ascension,
Yeah.
you know, and that is our responsibility. And I think we do have to go through, well, I use the word adversity lightly, We have to go through many adversities, but actually the spiritual truth is an advancement. Yeah, it's an advancement in ourselves to more of our raw, authentic spirit coming out and returning to the original source, which is unconditional love for ourselves and each other. And to me, that is the governance of the next level leadership. Yeah.
That's so beautiful. And tell me, Julie Anne, can you give me, I know it's tricky, but can you give me some examples of how you helped people and businesses to grow? Because you don't only help businesses, but also individuals. So can you just give me a few examples of what people expect?
Okay, so I think that ranges from consultancy, because obviously the personal, we take the personal into the professional, right? That's, I think that goes into our leadership, and it will start to show. So what we're holding on to that we really need to let go of, if there is any self-denial or deceit, I can work with the channel in order to highlight that. And, that covers the healing, the empowerment, and the leadership. So consultancy of the self, going beyond your current level of awareness, is really important. And the healing work that I do is all around raising the consciousness, raising the understanding and the intellect of the spirit within yourself. And then I think it moves from there, because I channeled through 12 laws of ascension. So all my work goes with the number 12 and 13, because that is where the transformation occurs. So the How group allows us then to take responsibility through our own intuition, through our own wisdom within. So we work with a set of laws where we say, I am ready to surrender to this and let my own intelligence guide me, right through to looking at the next level prophecies in business, sharing them, working with spiritual alignment, right through to iChannel, which is bringing the wisdom of the soul through, which is the highest level of co-creation and creation that I work with. The wisdom is very profound, and often we have to maybe just look at the language a little bit and how we can place that out into the certain sector that someone may be serving. But it's certainly, it's very profound. So you've got to be open to working at that level. But then the results and taking it out widely, because that is what's wanted. It's got to be for someone that, like you say, wants to leave a footprint, wants to leave a legacy, for someone else to come in and be able to absorb that wisdom and lead with it for the greater good. So yeah,
that's so beautiful, Julie. It's obviously not for everyone, but if anyone who is listening, that resonates deeply with their essence, with their own wisdom, internal guidance system, then you can contact Julie Anne directly. Julie, where people can find you?
Sure. So you can find me at juliannehart.com or beyondyourawareness.com. And then there is ichannelwisdom.com. So if you look up those 3 websites, you'll find me there. You'll be able to just fill in the contact form.
That's beautiful. And also, when we actually were talking about this interview, Julie Anne had channeled the guidance and that we should come up with a workshop together. So we have something very special for you, a special announcement. We came up with an idea to create an exclusive workshop for 11 people, where Julie Anne will be sharing her wisdom with you, helping you raise the consciousness, but she will also be channeling to each person individually. So it will be a beautiful, intimate group of people. So if you'd like to participate in that workshop, let me know, contact me directly, and I'll give you some details as well. And we are really excited to co-create this together.
Yeah, me too.
Let's see where it leads us. So thank you so much, Julie Anne, for sharing your beautiful story and wisdom with us. And thank you for leading the way, also showing people courageously, that you can speak your truth, be yourself, and attract your type of people, your vibe, your tribe to you. And thank you for spending this time with me, and enjoy the rest of the day.
You are so welcome. It's been such an honor to be here, and yeah, you're a special part of my business. And co-creation, you know, is so beautiful. Co-creating spiritually, but co-creating, you know, with our fellow humans as well, in a way that we've connected, where it's come naturally, do you know, and it's come for that greater good. It's a real beautiful thing. You've touched on that.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it's a pleasure to
'Cause
be here. Thank you.
you're welcome. And there was no forcing, no pushing. It was just pure bliss and inspiration.
Yeah,
And this
well,
inspired action is the most powerful, isn't it?
yeah, it
Yeah.
absolutely it is. Yes. Thank you.
So thank you so much. Have a
Thank you.
blessed day. See you soon. Bye
See you
bye.
soon. Bye bye.